What's going on, everybody? John B here, and I finally found it. My old Hugger Orange '99 Camaro Super Sport. I've been searching for the car for about 15 years and never knew where it went to. Been looking on Google, all kinds of forums, Camaro forums, and never found the one I had. Back in '99, Camaro made 1,402 Hugger Orange Camaros, and out of that number, 375 of them were the Camaro Super Sports. They call them the Hoss Camaro, which Hoss stand for Hugger Orange Super Sport. And so basically, '99, I was riding around looking at dealership lots and came across a Chevrolet dealership, pulled in, and there it sat on the lot. And I went and got out, looked at it. It had right at 1,800 miles on the car. And dealership guy came out and started talking to me, the salesman, and we talked for a while. He got right with the price on the car and told me the history of the car. A guy won the lottery, ordered a car, bought it, and decided after riding 1,800 miles on it, he wanted a Mustang instead. So he traded in on a Mustang. The Ford dealership called the Chevrolet dealership back up, said, "You want the Camaro back?" And they took it back, and next thing you know, it's in my hands. So yeah, I went in and talked to him about financing the car, well, getting right on the payment and all that on the car. Went to the bank next day, got the loan, went back to pick up the car wasn't there. I thought they had sold it, but I put down a deposit to hold the car, so they couldn't sell it. And another salesman didn't realize that the car had been sold. He took it home for the night, and so I had to wait till the next day to get my car. So I went ahead and did all the paperwork with the company, with the dealership, and left. Called the next day, they said, "Your car's here." So I went down there and picked the car up. They detailed it for me, and I picked the car up, and from there on, it's my car. But later on, I come to find out that the car was Hugger Orange was, being '99, was the 30th anniversary of the '69 Camaro Super Sport Hugger Orange. And from there, they made Hugger Orange a few years on the early '70 model cars, but they quit making it. So '99 was like the first year, was '69 to Hugger Orange, and '99 basically was the last year because they said they weren't gonna make any more. But at the time, we didn't know that. You know, Chevrolet sold them, and out of 375 SS's, the way mine was optioned out was 1 of 19. So I had like one of the rarer cars, and I had my accident in October '99, so we had to sell the car, and I think we sold it right in the spring of 2000, I think it was. And the guy who bought the car actually left my yard and got about 50 yards from the house and wrecked it. So I kind of wondered what kind of life the car is going to lead, you know, now, because this guy that wrecked it brought me left the house right in front of me. So didn't hear from him for about a week, and he called me back because he didn't know how to work the CD changer in the car, and told him how to do all that. I told him if he ever sold the car or anything, let me know. That way I can kind of keep up with the car being a rare car. That way, you know, I know where it's at. Never heard from him again, and so I started looking on forums, Google searching, trying to find the car, and never had any luck. I ran across a bunch of them that had been wrecked or made into race cars and stuff like that. So out of 375, the number of original cars started getting more limited. So I'm not sure how many are actually original now, but you know, it's less than 375. And for a collector, that's being original. You know, people want original cars, all numbers matching. So anyhow, I searched and searched and searched, and got ready to start packing up some stuff to move, and I found my VIN number to the car, my old insurance card. And I have a friend that works for a car dealership, so I called Bernardo up, and I asked him, it's like, "Hey man, can you run this VIN number for me?" He's like, "Sure, I'll run it and find out where the car's at." Yeah, he came back with me the next day with all the information for the Carfax, and the car is on its 6th owner, and it's been in an accident before. So I was like, not sure what kind of damage it's done to the car and stuff like that. So I kind of started getting my, you know, is the car worth even trying to find anymore? So, but the last owner lived in South Georgia, so luckily he took it to a shop to be worked on. So I contacted the shop, and the shop, I told them my story and all that. Well, the shop contacted the owner, and we ended up meeting up on Facebook and talking about the car and stuff. Well, it seems like every owner after me never knew that the Hugger Orange was a limited number car. And so I started talking to him, saw some pictures of the car, and it needs a lot of work, but it can be brought back to being a nice car. But like I said, it needs a lot of work. The pictures showed that the cloth interior, which made it 1 of 19, was missing. They put leather interior in. The chrome rims, which only one out of 54 cars, it was only 54 cars that came with the chrome rims. What else? Some of the stuff I didn't have in my car, which made it limited. But he had already, the rims have been changed, the interior's been changed, and one of the most important parts to having a numbers matching car is like the motor. The motor had been changed, so no clue where the stock motor's at. So it would never be a numbers matching car again. The doors, which had the VIN numbers on it, have been changed out for some reason. So a lot of the car now is not, it's still worth something, but it's not going to be worth, the money it could have brought if it was all original, or if they would have kept the original parts to put back on it to make it an original car again. But the car is still nice. It just needs a lot of, I'd say new paint job on it, and cleaned up good, and some other work done to it, clean all that up. But it looks to be, a fairly good car still, but not original. But yeah, the car, the guy said it still runs good. They put a built 5.3 in it. It's got another transmission needs to go in it, but says it's a good running car and all. It needs a exhaust on now. It's just running open headers. But yeah, nice car. I'm glad I found it. I like to get this in Tallahassee, Florida now. I like to go down and check it out, but that's a good little drive for me to go down there just to check the car out. But yeah, I'm kind of happy I found the car because now I know where it's been, what kind of shape it's in, and it's kind of like a little family reunion with the car. And the guy is wanting to fix the car up, but this week he just sent me a thing saying that it's for sale because he has other cars that he wants to work on. So hopefully if he sells it to the next owner, maybe I can get in touch with them and see what their plans are for the car and let them know what they have, because being it is a Hugger Orange and only 375 are made and some been wrecked, it's still going to be kind of worth something to somebody if they're interested, having a 69 and a 99 sitting side by side at a car show or something, or some kind of auction later on in the future, because it's the only year 69 and 99 was the first and the last year of the color. So yeah, hopefully I can go check the car out one day, just to go kind of revisit it and check it all out. But my plans, before I had my accident, my plans were, to keep the car pretty much all the stock parts. But my plans were actually, because I didn't know how many were made at the time, was to sell the Mustang and do a lot of motor work and suspension work to it. So I would have kept all the original parts, but I wanted to make it a fast car, something that could rule the streets pretty much. So yeah, I'm glad I found the car, and hopefully whoever gets it next takes good care of it and brings it back to life, and keeps it on the road and keeps the, I guess you can call it, the legacy of the Hugger Orange going. Because I've seen when I was looking for mine, I come across some and they're going for a nice amount of money, but they're all original, but they're going for a nice amount of money. And even the ones that have been modded but are in good shape, they're still bringing good money, because every day, every time somebody wrecks one or turns one to a race car, they get more valuable. So yeah, just want to let you know I found my Camaro, and thanks to Renardo for hooking me up with the Carfax and helping me track the car down. And now maybe I can track down my old Jeep, see where it's at. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright, later.